Judy M. Baker, president of Redwood Writers. You may be wondering why I have this hat on. Well, I've been outside, I've been doing some gardening. It's August, and this is prime time in the garden. And I'm not just talking about the garden where my vegetables are growing, I'm talking about your book garden. What are you doing to ensure that your book garden is growing? Redwood Writers is here because writers support writers. And in your book garden, you might want to take a look around and see what's working, where you might need to prune back, cut back, and that could be the things you're doing that aren't supporting either your writing or your book promotion. And looking forward to harvesting. And that would be connecting with your readers, connecting with your audience, and connecting with your community. Coming up in August, my dear friend Brett Ridgway is our speaker. And he's going to be talking about how authors make mistakes and what you can do to avoid those mistakes as you publish your books. He is an 8-time award-winning author, and he has 25 years in the digital marketing space and the speaking industry. You don't want to miss that meeting. Also coming up, we have the poetry launch, and that is on, well, I can't forget the date because it's my 42nd wedding anniversary. That's right, we got married when we were 2. But August 13th is the poetry anthology launch party at Linda Reed's home in Katati. Oh, I am so looking forward to it. We had the biggest response ever for this poetry anthology, and the book is beautiful. It's about 250 pages, which is pretty darn thick. So you don't want to miss that. And thank you so much to Les Bernstein and Fran Claggett for their amazing ability to go through the 891 poems submitted, not just from our authors at Redwood, but all throughout the California Writers Clubs. But the majority are Redwood Writers, and they got that book turned around from the time the contest ended to the time the book was in print was record time, and it is beautiful. Pay attention to the following things. We have a fabulous website. Thank you, Chrissy Langwell, for all your effort there. We have Writer Circle, Writer Salon. We have our meeting. And we did something a little different at our meeting in June. I'm sorry, in July. Ugh, I'm getting my months mixed up. In July, after the meeting, Roger Luback, who is our membership chair and the president of all the California Writers Clubs, myself, Milena El-Jumaili, we hung around after the main meeting, and we talked with the members who had some questions. As a result of that, we got some really solid ideas of how we can do a better job at our meetings, at serving our members, and I would like to incorporate that idea where we do some Q&A into our regular meetings. Now, I need to get the approval of the rest of the board, but I have no doubt they're going to be as enthusiastic as we are about this, those of us who were there. It was amazing to hear, what do you need? What would you like to see? Now, if you missed it, there's still an opportunity for you to see the fantastic workshop with Susan Bono. This was about how to write personal essay and memoir. we had a packed house. It was information that is beautiful. Jan Rowley, who is the contest chair for the essay contest, the personal essay contest, coordinated this workshop, and she's going to continue to provide information throughout the 2-month period that the contest is open. So take advantage of that. You'll find the link on the website, and you can purchase a ticket to watch the recording. And of course, those of you who were at the workshop got an email allowing you to re-watch that workshop too. It was well worth our time, and I hope to have her back again. Well, and we had a few interesting developments in July because the air conditioning had gone out in the main building. We were in the Pearson wing, and we were in a different room. Now, despite some of the hoops and hollers from the women in the aerobics class, and I think there was a Zumba class up above us, we had an amazing time. There was great energy. It was a beautiful setting, and I'm going to do some investigation about, well, maybe that's a possibility for future meetings, but I'll keep you posted on that too. One thing I want you to remember, whenever you do have questions, please reach out to me. You can reach out to any of the board members. When you go to our website, you'll see there is a navigation button that says how to get in touch with us. And each and every one of us has an email or another form where we can connect. The other reminder. Yes, haha. This is important too. If you haven't already looked at the conversations on Group IO, that is our club conversation when we are not face-to-face in person or online. And you can post information about your upcoming events. You can ask questions. You'll see threads about events and opportunities right there on Groups IO. And if you don't know how to get onto that conversation, contact Roger Lubeck, who is membership@redwoodwriters.org. Well, you can also submit articles and announcements to newsletter@redwoodwriters.org. By the 15th of the month, if you get your blurbs in, those short pieces of information, then there's an opportunity for those to go into the newsletter, which comes out on the 1st of each month. Poetry can be submitted. We have a poetry editor for the newsletter. And if you've got ideas about what you want to see, let us know what that is. We have a brand new board with the addition of Barbara Cottrell as our secretary, and we're going to be having a retreat in August so that we can plan the coming year. I think that's everything. Oh, well, on a personal note, I took a step forward, a brave step forward, and I had a webinar that I was really happy about, and you can find out more about what I'm up to on my website, so I hope you'll check that out. What was interesting for me, it had been originally scheduled for August. There I go, flipping my months again. It was scheduled for July 14th. And guess what happened? The power went out. I mean, without warning. It was not a planned power outage. We still aren't sure what exactly happened, but 15 minutes before I was set to go, boom, no power. Then I rescheduled it for July 21st. And the internet went out the night before. And I was going, oh, I can't do this. And now this time I had 3 times the number of people registered. And a lot of them were people I have never met, who've never seen me speak. They were referrals from friends and from other events that I had been on. And I thought, oh my God, why is this happening to me? Then I flipped my thinking. And as an author, I want to tell you how important this was. I went to bed because I had no control over what was going to happen. And we didn't know why the internet had gone out. We just got a notice when we checked with Xfinity that it was out. And they had originally projected it was going to be back, that the service would be back up by 8 a.m., which was fine with me because my webinar was going to start at 11. Then I got up super early because I had some finishing details to get ready, and discovered they had reset the estimated service time as 11 a.m., which was when my webinar was to start. Well, I said, okay, I have no control over this. I'll get a text message when the service is back up. And what I did to help reset my brain is I still had a phone service. So I knew if worse came to worse, I was going to be able to get up on Zoom, and I'd have to tell people that I'd have to send them the slides later. However, I could get on Spotify. So I thought about what songs would help me feel happy and positive and have a good outlook. So I said, okay, I Can See Clearly Now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. And you know what? It was a bright, sunshiny day. I went to my regular strength class and stayed for the dance class because, of course, I wasn't getting any text messages, but I figured I could leave if I did. And so here I was feeling really good, positive mentally and physically. I got back into my office, 10:15. Internet was back up. The webinar was safe and secure as far as I knew. And I had fabulous attendance. I was over the moon. Now, I'm not saying everything went perfectly. However, I just said, I'm not going to worry about the stuff I have no control over. And what I do have control over is my attitude and how I react and take action. And I'll tell you what, it made a huge difference. So I had a great time. I had wonderful people on the webinar, and it was an experience that I had been postponing. I was afraid to do it, and I took courageous action. And I want you to take courageous action today. If there's something you are thinking you don't know how to do, or you don't have the power to do it, ask for help. That's what I do. I ask for help, whether it's from inside or outside. You can take courageous action. So I want to see you at the meetings, and let us know. Let me know if there's something amazing that you have an idea about for the coming year. I want to hear it. In fact, we're going to have a conversation with Off the Page Readers Theater because we want to do some more work with them. And if you saw the one-act play contest winners, you know how amazing their performances are. We're looking for more partnerships so that we can grow our community and help you do the thing you love most, write, be seen, and be heard. This is Judy M. Baker, and I wish you the best, and I'll see you at our meeting.